Hey, pause for a second. You know that quiet moment when you realize your setup isn't holding you back anymore, it's actually keeping you stuck. That's where the KAMRUI Hyper Hone enters your life. This is for the kind of person who notices friction before others even realize it's there. You feel it when apps hesitate. You feel it when multitasking turns into micro-stress. You've reached the point where smooth, instant response isn't a luxury anymore, it's the baseline you expect. Before you go any further, take a quick look at the current price and stock. Compact machines like this tend to shift fast, and waiting usually doesn't work in your favor. There's always that moment when you know it's time to upgrade. Maybe it was the old laptop sounding like it was working overtime just to keep up. Maybe it was the bulky desktop eating space while still feeling sluggish. At some point, you stopped blaming the software and realized the hardware was the ceiling. The first thing you feel after switching is relief. Not excitement relief. Things open when you click them. Tasks stack without resistance. You stop managing your computer and start using it. That alone changes how you work, play, and think. You notice it during late-night gaming sessions when frame pacing feels consistent and input feels connected. You notice it while editing, jumping between timelines, browsers, and files without that mental hesitation. Even during everyday work, when everything stays responsive, you feel calmer, more confident, more in control. This isn't about chasing specs. It's about how performance feels. Once you live with this level of responsiveness, going back feels uncomfortable, almost irritating. That's when you realize you've outgrown compromise. Midway through using it, you'll probably think about waiting or comparing again. Dante. Price swings and stock gaps are real, and hesitation usually turns into paying more later or settling for something you didn't actually want. If you worried about size, that concern flips fast. The surprise is how powerful something this compact feels in daily use. It disappears on your desk but shows up everywhere it matters. Quiet, efficient, and dependable in a way you didn't expect. Owning it gives you a different kind of satisfaction. You know you chose something built with intention. You feel it every time it handles more than you asked without complaining. There's pride in owning gear that keeps up with how you think. It feels fast even under pressure. Multitasking stays smooth and predictable. Your workspace finally feels clean. You stop thinking about performance entirely. It quietly boosts daily confidence if you push extreme workloads non-stop. It is still a compact machine. You may want external graphics for very heavy gaming. At some point, the comparison loop ends. You stop chasing alternatives and choose the thing you already knew fit how you work and think. Don't let this turn into one of those upgrades you delay and regret later. Check availability, trust your instincts, and move forward. You not upgrading just a computer, you upgrading how it feels to sit down and get things done.